What's good? What's good? It's 902. I'm going to start a new game of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind Game of the Year Edition. Enhanced by the Xbox One. Much better game on the Xbox One. The original Xbox version wasn't bad. When it became back compatible on the 360, the loading times were terrible. And they really did good work on the Xbox One with it. I'm going to start a new character today. I've played this game countless times, countless characters, countless years, hours. I know a lot of the exploits. I'm going to try to avoid most of those on this playthrough. This game takes place hundreds of years before Skyrim, 6 years before Oblivion. In my opinion, it's the best game ever made. Still to this day, I've been playing it since 2002 off and on. I've yet to find a game that I like more. There's lots of replay value, different ways to start a character and play a character. The map is gigantic.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison. First by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up.
Here's where you name your character. This dude here, Giab, he's in Skyrim. I won't tell you much about it, but he's there. I'm just gonna name myself Nos.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure
The tutorial itself is very, very short. Unlike the other games.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay. Before I go any further, I'm gonna go on my options and take a look here. I'm going to leave my difficulty at 0 pretty much my whole playthrough. I don't like using best attack, it makes it too simple in the fighting. Turn subtitles on, I usually don't, but for anyone just watching, not listening, it might be nice to read what people are saying. I'm going to leave most of these alone, I've been playing with these settings for a while. Turn that down a couple. Got these, I think, where I want them. You got options to switch your axis stuff, which is good for me right now. Let's follow the guard.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
So I've decided, after some thinking, I'm going to take a Breton. Now, my character's going to be pretty well combat. I'm going to be taking a lot of the skills, if not all of them, for fighting, just for leveling up purposes. If you take some of the magics, they're very hard to cast. Some of the other skills are quite passive, like athletics. Your block skill, when you wear a shield, it really doesn't seem to take effect very often. You can't control it, which it doesn't train very fast, which it won't level your character up. So taking a Breton, I'll have some boosts to the magics when I decide to use them, but they'll be minor, miscellaneous skills. My character here. Not a lot of choices for a Breton as far as hair and look. We're gonna go with that hair. And we're gonna go with this guy. He has some resistance to magic as it is.
Great.
Magic is difficult in Morrowind. Taking a Breton or High Elf is a good idea if you want to be a magician. Because everyone else only have 1 point of magic per point of intelligence, with a maximum of 100
Head
without
on in.
equipping things. So Breton, I think I get double what the other characters get.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
So I'm going to fill out the forms myself because I want to create my own class. He does have a list of different things you can choose, which some of them are good, but I like to choose things myself. So, I'm going to put that on magic just because that, with my Breton abilities, when I do decide to use magic later, I'll be a little better at it at the beginning. Favorite attributes. Now, strength and endurance are the best skills in the game. Your strength affects how much you can carry and you're attacking. Endurance affects your max HP per level up. I think it's for every 10 points of endurance, you get 1 extra hit point every time you level up. Endurance is very important to train at the beginning, and I'll get into how to train that more as we go on. Here I'm going to pick my skills. I'm taking acrobatics. I'm going to put it down here. Acrobatics is very important for getting your strength up. As you'll see, governing attribute strength. Pretty much you just jump around, and your strength multipliers will go up. The way multipliers work, every character level, depending on how many things you've trained, you'll get a multiplier for putting up 3 different skills. So if I don't train anything with a strength governor for a level, I won't get any multipliers to strength. Therefore, I could only put it up by 1. If I train something at least once, I'll get it times 2, so I can put it up 2 points. If you train 5 things under 1 governor, you'll get it times 3. It's 7 or 8 for a times 4, and if you train something 10 times, you'll get it times 5. And it's very important to work on your strength and endurance at the beginning. Jumping around, if I gain 10 acrobatics levels at level 1, when I level up to level 2, I'll be able to put 5 points into strength. It can go hand in hand with axe, for example. If I get 5 points in axe, 3 points in strength and 2 points in acrobatics per level up, I'll get the times 5. Not worried about personality and willpower quite yet. Intelligence is kind of important if you want to use magic. I'm not going to care much because I'm not using magic for a while. This playthrough is going to be a little easier for me just because I usually mix it up a bit, make a random character with random skills and kind of use what I'm stuck with. But today we're gonna take an all-out beefy character. This game is very difficult compared to Oblivion and Skyrim. So up here, I'm going to take all of the fighting abilities here. Down here for now, I'm going to put all the armors. So long blade, axe, spear, blunt weapon. There's short blade, and there's marksman. These are the skills I'm going to be using. Like I said, if you use a skill like athletics, it's one of your majors, that's going to determine your leveling up. As far as your character is concerned, you can't train athletics unless you're running, and it takes a long time. You can pay trainers to up your skills, and with all the money you can exploit in the game, you can really jack yourself up easily. I'm not paying a single bit of training. Till later, I might train the magic miscellaneous skills, but I will never pay for training for any of my major and minor. So I'm just going to choose these for now and hit OK, and I might go back and edit before I leave here. I'm going to name my character class. Well, you know what? I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada, so we're going to name my class as Scotian. Breton, Scotian, Breton, British, Scotian, Scottish, goes hand in hand.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
This is a very important choice. I pretty much will never use anything other than the Atronach. What the Atronach does is what I was saying earlier about intelligence. So let's use an Argonian as an example, first of all. Your intelligence is 40. You're going to have 40 magic. Breton already have double what anyone else has, so I would have 80 magic if my intelligence were 40. What this does is times it by 2 again. So it'll give me a ton of magic. It does help with other characters, but with a Breton and a High Elf, it gives you a lot of magicka. The only issue is you can't rest and regenerate magicka. There's a couple ways you can regenerate it. You go to the temples and use the altars, which you'll see on another episode. And sometimes it'll use that spell absorption ability, and it'll absorb the magic off of the spell at the altar. And instead of giving you its effect, it'll replenish your magic pool. There's also a button combo you can use to replenish it, which I never use. It's quite easy. I only ever usually use it when I level up as a treat to myself. I'll fully heal myself without sleeping and wasting hours in game. So we're going to go ahead and use the Atronach for now, and I'll show you on my menu after.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
So right here, my intelligence is 50. So I'm not sure exactly how the math works, but you know, I have 175 magicka. What I think Breton gives you is 1.5 times what everyone else has. So 50. So 3.5 times 50, 50, 50. Yes, so I have 3.5 times more magicka than, you know, an Argonian, an Imperial, a Nord would without the Atronach. So strength starting at 50. I'm probably going to take that away. We're going to hit, what is it now? White should be right bumper. No. White's left bumper. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to change strength to agility. Agility affects your hitting of characters, I believe. I'm not quite 100% sure how it works, but let's take a look here at my skills. Got 2 things that up your agility, but not really anything that ups your speed. I will get speed multipliers when I run. Notice athletics as speed. That will train just from me running around at low level. It'll go up quicker. Unarmored, if I decide not to wear armor much. I'm gonna go back in here for a second. I kind of want to put the speed up, but we'll leave it alone. It's fine. So I want to rearrange all these. We're gonna use a spear quite a bit at the beginning, so that's going up here. You'll notice that everything up top has 30 and everything below has 15. The things I want to use at the beginning of the game, I'm going to want up top. So we're going to put heavy armor down here. I'm going to use heavy at first. We're going to use spears. We're going to use... here. I'm just trying to lay it out so it looks nice on my menu. I'm going to put marksman here and light armor there. And we're going to put medium armor here. Long blade there. Actually put that up there. Short blade there. Spear, axe. Actually. Put that there. That looks like. It's gonna look like that. I'm going to be rolling around in heavier armor at the beginning with my spear, just to pump up endurance, and endurance there. Acrobatics, I should be able to train 10 levels and level up to level 2 before I even get to the next good town you want to go to. We're going to take these skills and we are going to move on.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release
Pick up our
fee.
papers here. I'm going to say your name and class, your race. Alright, so we're going to go out
Continue
this
through
door.
to the next building and
At the very beginning of the game, there's a lot of stuff you should loot just to make some quick money. I'm going to go through here and grab all this junk here. Doesn't look like much. One thing I really want to get into later will be alchemy, and I'll show you how it works, but that'll be much later. I'm probably going to save a lot of the alchemy ingredients I find and just go on a massive purge and just make a bunch of stuff. Right now alchemy will be so low that you can't even see what stuff will do for you, but no, I'm a Breton, so it's already 15 or 20. 15. We'll get into that another time. Yeah, I'm going to loot all this stuff here, as petty as it is. Go to the first merchant and sell him all this junk. I'm going to keep the alchemy stuff, though. And I'm going to open this with a lockpick. I'll show you that. Go into your inventory, and there's an apprentice lockpick. We're going to pick that lock. Give it the second try. There's some money. I'm going to exit here. There's a ring in this chest we're going to do right quick. Take that ring. There's a guy we need to give it to. Dude here. Just going to tell you about you're sent here by the Emperor to fulfill a prophecy. So you're going to end up going to Balmora to talk to some people. Balmora is my favorite town in the game. It's a very important place, place to store your stuff. It's got all kinds of stuff. Oh, you're gonna give me the time, bud, because I got your ring for you. I swear they took my ring. Well, here's a ring. Yes, here I found it. Take it. Thank you. So you'll notice my disposition with him on the top right went up. He likes me 95%. Out of a possible 100. He's friends with the merchant up here. We're gonna go sell him this stuff, and he'll give me more money now by default because I helped his friend out. And you'll notice I'm running very slow. That's because of my speed. See, 85% already. It would have probably been at 40 something. So we're gonna sell him all this junk. Keep those matsies. Alcohol is very important in this game. There's a few called matsi and sajama that increase your carrying weight for 60 seconds when you drink one. If you're over encumbered and carrying too much loot that you want to sell, it's good to have some booze on you. We don't need those directions. I know where I'm going. We're going to keep that note to Hriskar. There's stuff you can do with that later. Gotta feed that book. We're gonna just try to haggle with him a little bit. 240's good. Okay. So I want a spear for now. I don't really need much else. This part of the game is very easy, as long as you don't go off the path too far. I'd like that halberd actually. We're gonna buy that. Try to get it for 34 gold. There it is. So holding X and your triggers will switch weapons. Holding Y and your triggers switches spells, which I don't have any right now, other than Dragon Skin, which is the Breton's ability. I can use it once a day for a 50-point shield, which I'll be using when I get in trouble. Switch to third person with your right click, which I don't really like it much unless I'm out in the wilderness. So we're going to start the jumperoonie. There's a silt strider up here. It's a giant bug, which enables you to travel town to town. I could just take it to Balmora, but I'm going to run to Pelegiad, which on your map is right here. And then we're going to run to Balmora. It's a very safe walk. There'll only be a few bad guys. We're going to stop in Pelegiad because there's a bunch of chests you can loot that you don't get a penalty for. Usually you get caught stealing if you loot things in a town, but I think the developers left this way so people can, you know, buy and sell a bunch of junk to make some money right away. I wouldn't quite call it an exploit. I can probably make a couple grand, get myself suited up with some good armor when I get to Balmora. Now this is a Quarma, I think they're called. We're gonna rest an hour to get my fatigue back that I spent jumping around. So it'll be really hard to hit him. And I landed my 2 hits successfully. That's really good. Agility and your stamina affect whether you hit your target or not. It's not like Skyrim and Oblivion where you'll hit it every time. There's a mathematical dice roll in the background that determines whether you hit your target. I know I'm safe through here, so I'm just gonna run through. See, acrobatics went to 16. So you'll look at your menu and you'll see level 1 out of 10 up on the top right. If I train any of these skills 9 more times, my character will go to level 2. Like I said, I should be able to get to level 2 just jumping the whole way to Balmora and jumping around the town, looting the things I mentioned. This is Pelegiad. I can carry right now 158 more pounds. Keep that in mind. All the stuff in here, we're just going to go yoink, yoink, yoink.
What's this about?
I may actually turn those subtitles off. They kind of glitch the game just a split second. Up to 96 pounds. Couple chests over here. There's a guard. See, he doesn't care what I'm doing. There's a sword. Switch weapons on the fly. Athletics went up just because I'm moving around. So I'm very slow right now. This might appear boring. Usually I start a character with higher speed. I haven't taken a Breton in a long time. I've been sticking to Argonians and Wood Elves, which are faster right away. I'm up to 195, so I'm going to go down here. There's a couple merchants. I'm not going to waste any time trying to negotiate with them. I just want to sell stuff. Trader. And my stamina's low, and that actually affects your buying and selling a bit. So we're going to rest an hour, which you can do anywhere there's no enemies. He's at 50. I'm not going to toy with his disposition right now. I'm just going to sell off some stuff. I don't really want that sword. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not going to be using swords for a while. I'll make a lot more... I'll find a lot better weapons as I go on. This is all junk. keep those soul gems. They're important later on. I'm not going to haggle much with them. Just get him to 350. Just going to see if he had any armor. Actually, you know what? It'll weigh me down on the way to Balmora. I'm just going to be on my way. There's a shortcut through here. I may run into one more enemy on my way. Seems like a big run. I'm not stopping to talk to anybody. I might travel back through here later and do some things, but there's not a lot going on in this town. Notice me jumping. I'll be doing a lot of that, and it's very important. Look at that, 17. Now, if I were to take acrobatics as a miscellaneous and jump, I'd still get the strength bonus, but it would not level my character up. So it's a great way to buffer yourself at the beginning. Check up here. There is a tiny mission you can do. If I'm ever back in these parts, I might do it up. So yeah, this video is just getting geared up and, you know, getting set up here. Balmora is an important town, like I said. There's a couple buildings. Sometimes I'll take care of the homeowner and take their apartment or house or whatever as my own to store things. There's a place called the Council Club, which there's a mission that I'm given the right to go clean it out. Level 1, I don't really want to try to do it. I'll get my butt whooped. But by the time I'm level 4 or 5, and you can drink a bunch of booze at once and it jacks your strength up, I can go in and one-hit all of them. They're all pretty weak, but I want to find a Warhammer before I do that. Might be a good idea. Take blunt as a major. Yes, I did. Okay. And we're going to cut through here. There's a rat. I'm going to rest. A rat can beat you early on. I'm not wearing any armor. I'd like to be able to two-hit kill him. Maybe one hit, I don't know what's going to happen. The longer you hold in your attack, the harder it hits. His health bar is right above mine. I'm going to clean up. It's a good idea to clean up corpses. The game's rather buggy. If you clean up corpses, there's less reason the game will freeze up. Quick saving a lot is a good idea, like just resting somewhere for an hour. Or waiting for an hour is a good idea. Some of these looking areas can be quite ominous with crazy bad guys, but this is an easy stretch. Once I get some money, I may invest some points into athletics just to speed myself up. It's not that I mind it, but you know, this is kind of boring looking. I could have just taken the Stealth Strider the whole way here, but I wanted to run through, show you some terrain. As you see here on my map, I've traveled from Satanine through Pelegiad and on my way to Balmora. Moonmoth Fort is right behind me. It's a Legion fort for the Imperial Legion. It's a friendly area. The gentleman who gives you the mission to clean out the Council Club is there. Have to hear from an NPC that he's looking for you to employ you before you should go in and just kill them. There's athletics to 7, so I'll have a ×2 multiplier on my speed right away. I don't think that'll get to 5 before I level up. I'm pretty much banking on jumping around, getting that to 25 to level me up once to level 2. And this is Balmora, folks. Beginning of the game, when I used to chill here, I'd use these chests to store everything I don't want to use right now. So I'm going to get rid of all that alchemy stuff for now, which I will use later. And we'll put the soul gems over here. Unlike the other games, everywhere is a safe spot. Inside a chest and outside a chest. NPCs can't interact with said items. I'm carrying 41. As soon as I level up and get my strength up by 5, every point of strength gives you 5 points of carry weight, so I'll be able to carry 225. What I'm doing is a really good idea for anyone starting a game, even if you're brand new. This will give me some money. Just found a hammer. I'm going to keep that. I don't need my weapons right now. I'm just going to run back over here and throw my spear and hammer down. Nothing in this town that's going to hurt me at all, I can assure you, so long as you don't punch people. Carry 146. Okay, I'm gonna hit these ones in the alley here, and if I need to, I can drink a drink to up my strength. At 176. What is that? A Ooh, a Daikatana. Don't see a lot of those early on. I'm over encumbered now, as you'll see. I'm going to drink a Matzi. 60, and it negatively impacts your magical stuff. So now I can carry 300 just for now. I'm going to go down along the front here and loot those, and I have another drink I can drink if I have to. There's a good spot to buy a ton of these in this town, and the merchant keeps replenishing them. You can just sit there and buy 100 at a time.
I haven't much time.
And that's called Sujamma. Matzi I don't ever really keep. This is the first of the game. Found it. Might as well use it. Not worth anything to sell. Sujamma ups your strength by 50 instead of 10. Something crazy like that. So it's really good to have. There's ways to up your strength later via magic, via enchantment, which I'm going to get into a very much later time. When I have a lot of money, it costs a lot of money to enchant a ring to do it, or an amulet. And we'll leave that in here. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this. Alright, we're going to go see Revere. I think that's his name. Revere. He is a Khajiit. He's one of the feline race. Known for his fine wares. So arrested.
Khajiit has no time for you.
Oh, this Khajiit will have time for me. So we're going to bribe him a bunch. You'll notice the disposition goes up. Sometimes he'll say no, and it'll go down, but wow, that was easy. Now he'll give me top dollar. You know, based on my personality, his disposition, and my mercantile skill. As any of those go up, merchants will give you more for your stuff. Like, we'll look here right quick. A vase is worth 14 up in the top right. If I sell one, he's only going to give me 9. That's actually pretty good. We're going to sell all this junk to him. He's got a maximum of 600 gold. I do a lot of business with this guy with just first of the game junk. Just a quick way to make a few bucks. We'll sell him that sword. I'm going to jack this up to 450. In the original Xbox, the black and white buttons have sensitivity, unlike the bumpers on an Xbox One controller. You could actually like up that by tens and hundreds if you're selling them like big stuff. Can't do that on Xbox One. It just goes up by hundreds. I'm at 17 weight. We're gonna go across the water and loot the rest. I won't be doing a lot of monotonous things like this as I post newer videos, but once again, this is a way for people to see what kind of money you can get at the beginning of the game without any real exploits. It's just stuff that's procedurally put there for you. Most other towns, if you do stuff like this, the guards will be like, "Stop, what are you doing?" And they'll arrest you. This place, Pelegiad, are really the only two I know of that are safe to do this. And once again, I think they did that deliberately. Arrows. Special arrows aren't worth using because you miss a lot because of those skills and the dice rolling. We're going to sell them. There's a spear in there. What is that? We might keep that for a bit. To fight ghosts and undead stuff, you need a silver weapon or an enchanted weapon. This is both. So I'm going to keep that with the other spear. And yeah, we're going to go in here and join the Thieves Guild. It's a very, very quick thing to do. You just go in here and talk to the Khajiit. Join the Thieves Guild. Yes, let me in. With the Thieves Guild, if you commit a crime, you can go down the hallway here. Talk to a guy to pay off your debt, your bounty, for half price.
Yes.
You just pay the gold, and the guards will leave you alone. So this guy you can buy booze from. We're going to bribe him a bunch. Try not to hit taunt and anything else, because if it's successful, he'll fight you, and then he's, you know, he'll be your enemy forever till one of you is dead, and he is worthwhile keeping alive. Once I get his disposition to 100, I'll never have to mess with it again. I am going to spend some money. As you see, I got 1,200 gold already. I'm going to buy 10 Sajama, and I'm going to offer him 200. He was cool with it. Sajama fortifies your strength by 50, where Matzi only does it by 20. So it's 2.5 times what Matzi does. See, I know where all the cool stuff is at the beginning. See, look at that. All right, we're gonna go up and talk to Chaos Casades. He's where the main quest would want us to go. As you just seen, my acrobatics is 21. By the time I'm done this video, I will have that up by 10, and I will be level 2. So that package says to go see Chaos Casades. Yes. Yes, I want my orders. So we'll go to orders. He'll tell you that he wants you to be a freelance adventurer, yada, yada, yada. Here's 200 bucks. When you're ready for orders, talk to him again. We're just going to do that now. He's sending us to Hasfat and Tabalus at the Fighters Guild, who's going to send us on a little journey, which we're not going to do today. You can talk to him about all kinds of different things. You can talk to anyone about all kinds of different things. And they'll tell you about the lore in the game, certain towns and areas you can travel to. They'll mark on your map. But for now, we're going to go over and sell the rest of this junk. And then we're going to go talk to all the merchants that can gear us up. Being level 1, I can't carry much. Wearing heavy armor is going to be very gruesome. You think I'm running slow now? Just wait. Drop off stuff over here that I want to keep. I'm going to keep that spear. Soul gems are something I won't be using for quite some time. I'll have a slight tutorial at some point to show what they can do for you. I'll leave that note to Hriskar here. I might go back and do that later. Back in Saint Denis, there's a little mission you can do to make some money, actually, $1,000 or so, but just wanted to skip ahead of that because there's plenty here to make money off of. Alright, I'm carrying 134. We're gonna go see Revere again. My athletics is 8. I rest an hour. He only has 150 gold left, so that should probably do the trick. Oh yeah. Don't need that Matsy anymore. What is this? Ring of Shock Balls. We're gonna keep that. When I play a game of Morrowind with random skills and random stats and things, I generally put the difficulty down to -100. And then every level I gain, I put it up by 5 till I'm level 21, then it'll be 0. We're going to leave it at 0 just to show you how hard this game can be. Stuff like this I usually dump, but I'm going to keep it in case I get in trouble. No, I'm not selling those arrows because, well, there's 3 other people I can sell them to. 125, sold. The man with the brown hair. So I'm not going to jump over here. I don't want to waste another hour. There's a merchant in here that sells some armor. I'm contemplating medium or heavy. Can't decide which one. He's got a full set of medium. We're going to go with medium armor at the beginning. It won't weigh quite as much. He's not liking me. There we go. We're going to sell him these. 68 bucks. And then we're going to buy a full suit of armor. So there's the cuirass, there's the greaves, there's the pauldron left, pauldron right, bracer left, bracer right. Boots. He's got better pauldrons, but I'm just going to buy the regular ones for now. I'm not going to buy a shield just yet. I'm not going to really be using a shield, especially not at the beginning, because I'm using spears. And spears are two-handed. He's got really good helmet here, but as you'll see, it's over $2,000. I don't have that. I'm just going to buy this from him for now. And I want it to cost me $750. Let's see if he bites. And he did. It doesn't weigh a whole lot. 8 pounds. 13, 4, 8, 4, 16, 24. There's a full set of medium armor. As you'll notice, my shoes came off. You can't wear shoes with boots, but you can wear pants and shirt with armor in this game. Beast races can't wear boots or some helmets, but I'm a human. Bretons are partially elven. I think that's the story with the magic. And there's my character now. We're going to go join the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild. Even if you don't do the missions, it's good to be in both of them, because there's some things you can take at the beginning. I'm going to join just like that. There's a chest here that supplies every X amount of days, or I think it's every month in game, with all this junk here. Well, half of it is junk, half of it is not. This is an enchanter that we'll talk to sometime later. Fighter's Guild, we're going to do the same thing. Sign me up. I'll come back to you sooner than later to do a few missions.
What is it?
We're going to take all this junk here. I'm over encumbered again, so we're going to use a Sajama. You'll notice 200 goes to 450, so 250 pounds for every Sajama I drink. I could drink all 10, and that stat will keep going up. It's quite crazy. We're going to see what this guy has. Don't really need a weapon right now. I've got 2 spears and a warhammer. And I don't really want heavy armor right now, so we're going to come talk to you later. The only place I want to look for weapons will be over here. Generally, when I play Morrowind, I find weapons, use them till they deteriorate, and ditch them. I don't heal them and use them again. This playthrough, I am going to, play normally. This guy's got some good weapons at the beginning. I recommend coming to see him. He's got a crossbow, some bolts. He's got all kinds of stuff here, most notably a katana and wakizashi, which are my favorite weapons in the game. He's got all kinds of stuff here. Don't really need him right now, but we'll come back. But I am going to do my disposition with him. While I'm here. I'm going to keep those bolts and arrows. What is going on with my screen there? Weird. Nothing to sell him, actually. I just wasted some money. But it's money I won't have to spend later. We're going to go up and talk to the alchemist person here. She's a high elf. She's very important for selling all these cruddy potions you'll never use. And she's got 3,000 bucks.
I'm a busy guy.
She also has mark and recall potions, which you can buy over and over again. And I'll show you how that works before this ends today. I'm going to be able to make a few dollars off of her here, because I've got some potions to sell. Using the 100 just to get that done. Good. So, we're going to need these. They look like they don't do much, but they're going to save my butt. These exclusive restore things are useless except for strength if you're in a pinch. There's a spell you can get to restore all these things later. But keep the strength ones in case I run into any trouble. These fortify willpower potions are useless. And there is 1,000 bucks, hopefully. We're just gonna stop at 1,000. Boom. Now we're gonna go back in and I'm gonna buy a potion of marking and a potion of recall. I'm not gonna haggle. I just want to get this done. Gotta go back in over and over again to buy recall potions. I buy 10 at a time. Basically, you use the mark spell wherever you want, and then if you go somewhere else, you can use a recall potion or spell to teleport back to that area. So if you're in a pinch, you can use the potion of recall. I'm going to set the mark spell up in the Fighter's Guild for now, I believe. I'm going to buy 2 potions of marking, because I'll be switching that kind of shortly after. How many do I have? 11, that's fine.
To what do I owe the pleasure, Breton?
I still have 924 bucks. Gotta use a Sajama to get out of here. I'm gonna ditch some of these hammers in here. I'm just gonna carry a couple on me. Actually, no, I don't need them right now. My weapons won't wear down for a while. It's just carry weight I don't want right now. I'm gonna drop some of these sajamas. All of these potions. I'm gonna keep them, but I'm not gonna be using them for a while. I'm gonna drop 5 of those potions. Not gonna need those right yet. And all of those, we'll take 5 of them with me. Keep all the healing. Not gonna be using a bow and arrow for a bit, so we're gonna drop those up here with the weapons. That hat is stupid. I'm gonna get rid of that. So I'm gonna take that hammer and spear. Nah, I'm just gonna take the spear. I can only carry 138. I got 200. I'm at 138. We're gonna go ditch that hat. I have OCD and don't want to just leave it sitting somewhere, so we'll sell him that hat for 12 bucks. He can repair stuff too if I don't have any hammers. And shoes. We'll go sell that to Revere. Oh, I got a book I can sell. It's only worth 40. I'm not worried about the extra few bucks I'll get off being full stamina. He can't afford it, so we're just going to sell it for 24. He's out of money. 24 hours, merchants will replenish their funds. They don't generally get more funds than by what they get default. So I'm going to go drop off these soul gems. I'm very meticulous with my organization. Keep that lockpick. So this is my starting loadout. I've got a full set of medium armor, but except the helmet, which I'm going to go buy now. Now, if I don't wear the helmet and get hit, sometimes the hits will hit my head, and my unarmored skill will train, which is right down here. I've already taken hits from that rat or that Quarmer earlier, so it trained it a bit. Security skill went up a bit by opening that lockpick before. Speechcraft goes up by bribing. Athletics goes up by running and swimming. I haven't trained anything else in my majors except my spear, and then we got acrobatics. Anyhow, I'm going to go jump around until I hit 25. I'll show you a couple more things. This trader over here I never deal with. Doesn't have much money. This chicken here, sometimes I will take care of her, wink wink, nudge nudge, and use her house as an alchemy hut. There's a bunch of chests in there. Over here is the council club, which will be my first major home. So over there will be alchemy, over here will be my home. I might take the trader place too. Up here is the Silt Strider for Balmora. It can take you to Saint Denis, it can take you to a few other places north. Saran is east. Vivek is southeast, I believe. You can use these to get all around the map. There's also Mages Guild people who can teleport you to other Mages Guilds. There's also boats in coastal areas that can take you places as well. There's nothing really of any importance over here except Chaos Casade's way up in the hill up there. He's the Master of the Blades, which is part of the main quest. And over here is the Thieves Guild in the South Corner Club, I think it's called. Balmora is a decent sized town. Its layout is half decent. There is a crazy sword I could go nab over there, but we'll talk about that later. I'm going to show you the temple. First of all, I'm going to go back by my chests. drop a mark spell, and then when I leave the temple, I'll show you how that recall spell works. These are also spells, like not just potions. You can get a spell that does the same thing, but I'm not a magician. Not yet. We're going to use a potion of mark. Potion of marking. Boom. Anywhere I go, if I drink a potion of recall, I will teleport right there. The whole Balmora town limits is safe. There are a few things that can happen later on in the main quest. Some of the people can turn on you because they are bad people. These are those altars I talked about. If my Magicka was low, which I don't have any spells to show you, I could then go in here, make a donation of 35 gold, and you want to choose something other than one of the cure ones, because if you don't have one of those afflictions, it won't do anything for you. You are not afflicted with a common disease. So anyway, Realm's Grace, I think, is what I use. If my magic's low, sometimes Realm's Grace will work. Other times, my innate ability will absorb the magic cast at me from the spell and fill my magic bar. I can't show you right now. And we will show you the recall spell. Huzzah! There I am. There's also scrolls and spells of Alms Fee Intervention and Divine Intervention. Alms Fee Intervention scrolls and spells will teleport you to the nearest temple, and Divine Intervention to the nearest Legion temple, or Legion... can't remember the name. Safe place, safe place. Generally I play my game as a law-abiding citizen. I do steal some stuff, but I don't generally pickpocket. I don't murder random people. I try to play it pretty safe. Skyrim, you have a bounty per county. This game in Oblivion, you do not. So if I piss someone off here, anywhere I go, people and guards will be after me. Stairs are good to train your acrobatics. So we're just going to grind this. You'll hear me grinding my left trigger. I want to get that to 25. I could actually jump off of here. Hurt me, but that will train it significantly. And we're going to head into the Fighters Guild to level up here once my acrobatics hits 25. Notice every time I jump, that acrobatic skill will go up a little bit. 70. There's a safe room downstairs with beds. Roy has two little crappy chests that can't carry much, so I don't generally use this at the first of the game. Just to sleep. There's also a sleeping area in the Mages Guild where I'm a member.
Are you wounded? You should find a healer.
You should rest and meditate on what you've learned. That means your character can level up. You'll go to your level 10 out of 10. You can keep training stuff and it'll go 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10, and all the multipliers will carry over until you've actually leveled up. Unlike Oblivion, once your character levels up, it already takes into account what you've used that level. So we're going to go in here and sleep. Don't need to close the door. I will just for show's sake, I guess. Get some privacy. And we're going to hit X to heal, so I'll sleep as long as I need to heal. It's 4 a.m. now, day 2. See that multiplier for strength? That's because I got 10 points into a strength governed skill. We're going to put that up to 45. Speed, it's my lowest skill. I'm glad I got a ×2 at least. Personality is the most unimportant thing in the game, because you can just bribe the crap out of people, and money is so like everywhere. I'm going to do it just because there's a multiplier there, but I'm tempted just to put a point into endurance. Anyhow, we're just going to go with personality. And now I'm level 2. So I'll go in here. I have 4 more health than I had before. Because my endurance is 40. You get 1/10 of your endurance. So the quicker you get endurance up, the better. Because your max HP will be higher. My strength is now 45. My acrobatics is 25. I haven't used anything else other than spear. Which, went up by 17 points. Of 100 to level up. We'll go over here now. You can see I can carry 225 now, which is awesome. Strength is very, very easy to train up because of acrobatics. I generally get a ×3 every level. If I do use that with, long blade, I might be able to get ×3s and 4s consistently, but I'm going to be using medium armor, heavy armor, and spear to battle, so I'll have a mix of endurance and strength. I'll probably have speed multipliers, just from running around. The personality ones by bribing people, selling things, which is the last thing I'm going to worry about. If I have any ×2 on anything else, I'm going to be doing that first, even if I have a ×5 on personality. Agility will be important. However, I'm not too worried about it right now. 30 would have been bad. Speed I can live without. I can go pay somebody to train my athletics, and I'll get a ×5 off that actually. So we might do that in a few levels. For now, I'm just going to exit here, and I'm going to go out to my storage area. Not really much for stats in this game, like as far as like things you've accomplished. There's a journal, and you can hit topics, and you can look around for things. There's no marker to show where your missions are. You kind of gotta read, look at your journal, or remember where you're supposed to go. But yes, Balmora is a very important town. If you look at the map again, it's right here. This map is pretty big. A lot of hostile stuff over here, I think it is. Anywhere in the center near Red Mountain, which is where you go at the end of the game if you do the main quest. I don't recommend going there until you're high level. There's lots of baddies around up here. There's Daedric Ruins we're going to stay the heck away from until we're at least level 10, 15. Or until I find some better armor. Once again, I know this game very well, and I know where I can find some pimp stuff right away. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to play kind of naturally. So for now, this is my character. Level 2 Breton Scotian with my halberd. So we're going to save the game right here. I like to take a portrait picture. I want to go back and it's like load. Hey, there he is right there. I also like to do a quick autosave just in case file can get corrupted. It is, however, a Bethesda game. Look at Fallout New Vegas. You'll load your game up and your save file will be corrupted for some reason and you don't know why. Doesn't happen a lot with this game. Anyhow, this is Nos signing out. And I'll have something else posted on here within a week. Thanks for watching.